everything that I talk about or discuss any um nothing to be slandered towards but I wanted to make this video because this is in this case. Now, the reason I say this is what is so odd about this case. Um I would just wished that on the day of the altercation that somehow, some way, they would have arrested them, and well, chances are none of them. But anyway, as we go on and get in more into this thing, well, first, Gabby Petito had went missing, and after she was reported missing, Brian Laundrie had also, a few days later, after he came back with her vehicle, and she was not with him. And what is so suspicious is, why did not anybody say anything to Gabby Petito's parents to let them know maybe something is wrong or something in that manner, which was very suspicious. Also, which I think was, they had looked, I don't know, for 4 weeks or better, looking for Brian Laundrie, because he was the only one in of any interest, maybe into the death of Gabby. But again, this is all speculation. This is just my thoughts. And then just the other day, they had found some. I mean, what is so odd is that the parents of Brian Laundrie had said, well, they was going to the national park the next day, and supposedly the FBI and different people had been there and met them at the park, and they're there no longer than about 30 minutes, and they find Brian's, a lot of his things that he owned, and everything like that. Now, I believe that where these things was found was not too far from where the Mustang was found. But we'll go on past that. But as much as they had searched that area with canine dogs, with cadaver dogs, with human, I mean, people was drastically looking for any evidence or signs of where Brian could be, and they couldn't come up with anything. But they go to the park one day. 30 minutes later, the parents of Brian Laundrie, they find a bag containing a notebook and different items that belong to Brian. And then to get it all, cap it all off, they found human remains. Now, I know that the FBI, by dental records, has confirmed it is Brian Laundrie. And some places have said that his body had been eaten by animals and different things like that. But the speculation and my thoughts, which is, to me, I think is very important. How much remains do they really have? Now, I watched on one anchor news earlier where they said they had a partial skull or, things like this. And of course, they, with, the bones that they have, which is just so interesting is how much remains really was found. Um, was it just a few bones here and there, or how much of a skeleton did they really find? And, I hear a lot of people thinking that maybe he committed suicide, or maybe some type of mob ties killed him, and it killed her. I mean, there's just so many speculations and conspiracies, and I'm not trying to add on to conspiracies, but I just wanted to throw this thought out there. This is very interesting, because to me, if there was not a lot of remains, um, it could be easily manipulated. That you could somehow, um, you could go to a grave somewhere, or maybe get a few bones here and there, and and I know it sounds like a movie, and actually a movie was made like this. If you remember, back in the movie Wild Things, where Neve Campbell had, um, she played in a role, and she had faked her death by knocking out her teeth, and there was really no other remains, but the teeth. So when they checked dental records, of course, it was hers. So with what evidence that was there, that she was considered dead. And of course, if you watched the movie, you can go on with it. So, after I'd heard all this about dental records, now I get that, but I just want to know how much of the body, that they found, how many skeleton, I mean, how much of the skeleton remains did they find? Um, because to me, I would like to hear about DNA, from something that they had from him, um, to go with the skeletal remains, if all possible. Because, um, again, people will say, "Well, you're bringing out some type of conspiracy." No, I'm just saying, this would be something that maybe police wouldn't think of, and and the way criminals are these days, you'd be surprised how much information they get from movies. Okay, so we'll go on past that. But when it comes down to it, see, that's what's so interesting. It doesn't make a lot of sense, um, in the places that they say was supposed to. I don't know, bad conditions was supposed to be bad, but um, just to go out there and to, um, after all the hunting that everybody did, millions of dollars, they used drones, they just used everything, and then all of a sudden, the water level was supposed to receded, and then, like I said, they go out there 30 minutes, and the parents find the belongings of Brian Laundrie. So again, when it comes to the remains, I'm skeptical, and I mean, I don't think they've got the dental records wrong. Um, but what I would like to know is, how much of the skeleton was found? How much really was it intact? Will you be able to tell how long it had been deceased? What kind of evidence will you be able to find? But the most important thing, that if I was ahead of the research, the first thing I would be trying is to link DNA to the remains. Because, like I said, there's just so many things that has been odd about this case, and I think that it has went on for so long. I think maybe the police and FBI and different organizations just pretty much want to get this case over with, and this makes it pretty much easier to deal with. But like I seen one YouTuber, he made a good point. He's like, you mean all these experts and FBI and all of these guys went out there and with cadaver dogs working hours upon hours and couldn't find anything, and here comes his parents 30 minutes into it and finds his remains and finds his belongings. So that is, again, that is very odd. I'm not implicating them in nothing. Everything that I am talking about is for only discussion only. I'm not trying to throw blame on anybody or anyone. I just want YouTube and everyone to know out there that this is just my opinion and a discussion and a topic that I would like to find out. Again, and if you can, like, share, subscribe to the channel. But I would like to hear what you think about the idea of the remains may not be Brian Laundrie's, but the the teeth were his. It's just a thought that it had hit me, and because when they say partial remains, then I have to start wondering. I'm like, I think one of the smartest things you should do in a place like that, I think, like I said, DNA evidence, I think, is the most important. But like I said, he was his teeth, dental records were had came up so that it was him. But again, I'm just saying, things can be manipulated and twisted. And, I think that the police and everyone, I think they really need to look into so much of what could have been or happened to poor Gabby Petito. Rest in peace. God bless your soul. You're in a better place now, and we're sorry that your life was taken short by whoever that did it, whether it was Brian Laundrie or whoever did what. Again, I make no claims of who killed her, but with the evidence the way it looks, it would point towards him. But I just want to say blessings and to Gabby Petito's family. I'm so sorry. You had a beautiful young daughter, and her life was taken short. But I don't know if any of you will ever watch this video, but I just want you to know is that she is in a better place. She's in the hands of a just God. And again, the Brian Laundrie's family say, I say the same to you. I don't know all what happened, or if Brian did it, or this and that, but his life is apparently over. And I'm just like anybody else. I want to find out what happened. And again, I want you to think upon the remains, because like I said, DNA, I think, is very important in this case, because like I said, it is so easy to manipulate the truth. and dental records can be easy. So again, in my opinion, if I was the head of the research team, that would be a lot of things I would focus on, because I'm going to tell you, a lot of people get a lot of ideas from movies. And I'm not saying movies make the killers, but what I do say is that a lot of people that are killers take ideas. I mean, he knew that if he did do it, he knew he was going to go to jail. Maybe he could take it, or maybe, he made this plan. It just, like I said, it just, a lot of things don't add up, and how that the police was not able to follow him and to lose him for so long. It's just so many things that is unanswered. And, but by the mercy of God, I pray that the answers that the Petito family need are answered, so they can be more be rested and more comforted to know what did happen. Because to have your daughter to just be taken away from you that easy, so quickly, is not an easy thing to deal with. And again, I want to send out love, respect, and blessings and peace to your family through these hard times. But again, to know that your daughter is in a better place, and as I have been watching this case, almost like hooked on it, because I wanted to find out what had happened to her, because she did not deserve what she got. She didn't deserve to die. And on his part, I don't know what was or what wasn't done. But hopefully in time, that you and all your family can find out what all the evidence comes out with, so that you can have more closure to this terrible events that has happened to you in your life. But anyway, I just wanted to make this short video, and we're about ready to get out of here. But we just want to say, just think about this, people. Share your likes, share, subscribe in the comments, Let me know what you think, if this is even possible on what I mentioned. Do you think it's possible? I do know some people think he's still alive. So maybe you think, kind of thinking the way I have thought. But if you do, please leave your comments in the section and let me know what you think. This is DJ74 Life getting ready to shut down. But we do want to say God bless, peace, salute, and everyone out there, please stay safe and be always be aware of your surroundings, because the times that we are living in are so hard. We must be very careful. But again, peace, salute, as we're getting ready to end this stream. We're history. We're gone.